Marcus Garvey said once, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." In his maxim, Garvey refers to one of the substantial foundations of any society, which is culture. So culture is about all the features that are common to the members of a particular group in society, even though we can't have a constant definition for culture because of its characteristics, especially being changeable. And talking about this, there are physical changes that make changes in the mind and mentality that stripped away many of our cultural traditions or forced us consciously and subconsciously to hold new ones. For instance, in the Algerian culture, one of the cultural traditions that has almost disappeared is Twiza. Actually, Twiza is a charitable social activity where people used to volunteer to help in hard works. For instance, whenever someone intended to build his house or to cut and gather his crops in harvest season, he found his family members, his neighbors, and maybe persons he never seen before volunteering in that work. And at the end of that work, he made a kind of feast for all the participants to show how grateful and appreciative he truly was. Nowadays, unfortunately, this activity is turned to be almost non-existent. And personally, I believe that the main reason for the evanescence of this cultural tradition is the change from rural to urban life. Well, people used to live in small communities with affinity and blood relationships that authorized them. However, with the modern lifestyle, there is no more proximity and propinquity in relationships, and each individual is responsible only for his small family members, trying to please their infinite needs in this cruel new world. To conclude this topic, Twiza is one of the kindly and generous cultural traditions we have totally overlooked. And from our own perspective, those kind of good traditions are faded because we become cold-hearted, we become careless and selfish persons. And that's what this modern new world succeeds in. Each one running after his personal goals, trying to satisfy his own desires.